Hi, welcome. Enjoy the content. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Harold always believed that life was held together by small, meaningful gestures. A cup of coffee on the table before work. A quick text during the day. A simple "I'm home" when walking through the front door. These little things, he thought, were the invisible glue of his marriage. But that Saturday morning, his phone vibrated insistently on the nightstand. Half asleep, he picked it up expecting a routine message. What appeared on the screen instead shattered everything he thought he knew. The name on the screen was Emma, his wife. And the message read, "Good night, love. Can't wait to see you tomorrow." Harold blinked, confused. Why would she send this to someone else? He was right there under the same blanket. He never imagined that a single careless click by Emma would shatter his world. Completely, Harold sat up slowly, staring at the glowing screen. The name on the message wasn't his. Emma. His wife, right there beside him, sleeping peacefully, unaware of the mistake she had made. The text read, "Good night, love. Can't wait to see you tomorrow." Harold blinked, heart pounding. Could it be a mistake? Maybe she meant to send it to him? But no, the tone was far too intimate. See who? He was right there, he thought, frozen in disbelief. He carefully got out of bed, trying not to wake her. Every step felt heavy, each breath loud in the quiet room. Could this really be happening? Was everything he believed about their marriage a lie? He wasn't ready to face her yet. He needed solid evidence first. Harold crept to the living room, gripping his own phone tightly. His mind raced with questions. Was it just a harmless mistake? Or had Emma been hiding something all along? Every scenario felt worse than the last. He replayed the past few months in his head, the little changes in her behavior, the secretive phone calls, the sudden weekend outings she claimed were meetings. Something didn't add up. Minutes stretched into what felt like hours as he tried to stay calm. He knew he needed evidence, something undeniable. Sitting on the couch, staring at the ceiling, he realized he couldn't act on suspicion alone. Her phone sat on the nightstand, still plugged in. She had left it behind. Harold's hands trembled as he held the phone. Emma's device was left on the nightstand, charging, completely unlocked. Ethan's voice cracked. Not too late? Clara, what are you saying? Clara's hands trembled as she unlocked her phone. She turned the screen toward him. A shaky hospital video played. There she was. Mia, pale, weak, but breathing. "If you're watching this," she whispered in the video, "it means I'm still fighting. Please take care of Nora, don't hate me for what I did." Ethan froze. His knees gave out and he sat down slowly, staring at the screen. The sound of the rain faded, replaced by Mia's faint voice. His heart pounded. "She's alive?" he gasped. Clara nodded, tears streaming down her cheeks. "I've been helping her get treatment overseas. She didn't want you to see her like that. She said if she got better, she'd come home, but..." Her words broke apart. "The doctors just called. The cancer is back. They don't know how long she has left." Ethan's world tilted. He clutched the phone to his chest, whispering, "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" Clara's voice shook. "Because she made me promise. Until the time was right. The screen fades, and the time has come." The next morning, Ethan drives through the rain, eyes swollen from a night without sleep. Nora sleeps in the back seat, her little hand clutching a stuffed bunny. The windshield wipers beat like a racing heart as the hospital sign appears through the mist. Inside, the hallway smells of antiseptic and quiet sorrow. When Ethan finally steps into the room, time stops. Mia lies on the bed, frail, pale, but smiling faintly when she sees him. "Ethan," she whispers, her voice barely a breath. He walks closer, his throat tightening. "Why didn't you tell me?" Tears slip down her cheek. "Because I couldn't bear to see the pain in your eyes." "Or in Nora's." Then a small voice breaks the silence. "Mommy?" Nora stands at the door, wide-eyed. Mia opens her arms weakly. Ethan lifts Nora onto the bed. The little girl hugs her mother gently, whispering, "I missed you." Mia smiles through tears. "I missed you more, my love." For the first time in years, the family is whole, even if just for this moment. That night, the hospital corridor is silent except for the faint hum of machines. Ethan steps outside for air, the rain finally gone, leaving the city wrapped in silver mist. Clara joins him, holding 2 paper cups of coffee. She looks tired, but there's a softness in her eyes. "I watched her fight every single day," Clara says quietly. "She didn't leave because she stopped loving you, Ethan. She left because she couldn't let you watch her fade." Ethan looks down, tears glistening in his eyes. I hated her for leaving, he admits, voice shaking. But now I see, she never really left at all. Clara nods, her voice breaking. I kept her secret because she made me promise. I thought it was the right thing. Days later, the doctors call Ethan and Clara back to the hospital. Mia's condition has worsened. The lights are dim, and the soft beeping of the monitor fills the room like a clock counting down. Ethan walks in slowly, holding Nora's drawing, a family of 3 under a bright yellow sun. Mia's lips curve into a weak smile. You still draw the sun, huh? She whispers. Ethan kneels beside her, his voice trembling.
You're still part of that sun, Mia. Always.
She reaches for his hand, her touch feather-light. Ethan, promise me something, she says softly. When Nora grows up, don't let her remember me as the woman who left. Tell her I was brave. Not weak. He nods, tears falling freely now. I promise. From the doorway, Clara watches silently, her own tears hidden behind trembling hands. Mia smiles faintly. Don't cry for me, she whispers. Love her the way I loved you. The heart monitor slows. One steady tone fills the room. Ethan closes his eyes, his hand still holding hers. A promise sealed between love and goodbye. Weeks passed after Mia's funeral. The house felt too quiet. No laughter, no humming, just the echo of memories. Every morning, Ethan would sit by Nora's window, staring at the swing that never moved anymore. But one morning, a small voice broke the silence. Daddy, can we visit Aunt Clara? Ethan looked at her. Nora's eyes carried the same hope that once lived in Mia's. He nodded. Yeah, sweetheart. Let's go. When they reached Clara's little home near the lake, she opened the door with a gentle smile. She'd been expecting them. A second cup of coffee already poured. A plate of cookies waiting. Nora ran into her arms. Aunt Clara, I drew you something. It was another family drawing. This time, 3 people again. But different. Clara looked at Ethan, eyes glistening. She understands, she whispered. For the first time in months, Ethan smiled. Truly smiled. As they sat by the lake, sunlight reflecting off the water, Nora whispered, Mom would like this, wouldn't she? Ethan took her hand and nodded. Yes, baby, she would. A year later, the sun shone brighter over Willow Creek. Ethan stood outside the small school waiting for Nora. She came running toward him, backpack bouncing, hair tied with a pink ribbon. Daddy, guess what? I won the kindness award. Ethan knelt, smiling through misty eyes. That's my girl. Mommy would be proud. Behind them, Clara watched quietly, her hands holding a small notebook, Mia's journal. She had finished reading it last night. The final page had only one line written in Mia's shaky handwriting. If I can't stay to love them, please make sure someone kind does. Clara closed her eyes, whispering, I promise, Mia. As they walked home together, Nora held one hand of Clara and one of her dad. The wind rustled the trees, carrying laughter and soft echoes of love, not lost but passed on. When they reached the porch, Ethan looked up at the sky. Thank you, he whispered. And for the first time since that night in the hospital, he didn't feel alone. He felt guided by love that never really left. Before you go, tell us in the comments, what moment touched your heart the most? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Black and Wronged for more heart-touching stories that remind us love never truly fades.